Pushcart Prize nominee, Thierry Sagnier launches promotional tours for two different, but similar novels Thirst, and L'Amérique. A career full of writing articles and producing content for mass media prepared Thierry Sagnier to build momentum as a writer, promoting his two most compelling novels, L'Amérique and Thirst. Both books share an archetypal story of the power of friendship, and our overwhelming human urge to survive. But that's where the similarities end. Thirst is a gritty, twisting, crime thriller set in modern-day Washington, D.C., and L'Amérique is a historical novel set in post-World War II that tells the coming-of-age story of a young French boy newly immigrated to America with his parents. I'm an immigrant, and I worked for years as an addiction counselor. Immigrants, like people struggling with addiction, fight to fit in, and to survive in what is often a hostile environment. The plots and characters are widely different in Thirst and L'Amérique, but their themes are similar, Sagnier says. About L'Amérique, set in Paris shortly after World War II. L'Amérique recounts the fortitude of one Parisian family in a nation humiliated by defeat and torn by recriminations. It is above all the story of Jeannot, a boy raised by disparate people in a middle-class apartment building, and the journey that will take him to L'Amérique, where dreams come true, but rarely as expected. Jeannot's world is peopled by his great-aunt Tati, who sleeps with her hat on, her detestable maid Guenoulet, and Kharkov, the building's white Russian concierge. And then there are his extraordinary friends, Dede and Babette in Paris, and Casey and Robert in America. L'Amérique is a story of growing up in a country with little to offer its people, and of coming of age in a strange mythical land of too many promises. L'Amérique is available on Amazon. It is at work on two sequels to L'Amérique. The complete works will form a trilogy, the first two published by Apprentice House Press at Loyola University, Maryland. The second book in the series, Montparnasse, set in Paris 1919, will be published in 2019. About Thirst, a fortune in drugs is missing. Finding them starts with finding her. Colin isn't a cop. Mamadou is an excellent police officer back in Senegal, but in Washington, D.C. he drives a limo. Josie's just a girl, a recovering crack addict fed up with Herbie, her boyfriend. But Herbie stole a shipment of drugs, and now he's dead. And let's not forget Molly Catfish, who wants it all. Now the Zulu wants his drugs, Mamadou wants revenge, and Colin wants to save his girlfriend's daughter. All Josie wants is to remember what Herbie might have told her, what the Zulu insists she knows. If she doesn't, she's dead too. Behind the polished marble of Washington, D.C., lies dark alleys where everyone thirsts for something. Thirst is available on Amazon in ebook and softcover printed. Link. More books, Dope, and Sin, are planned in this series. Dope will be available in 2020 and Sin will be published in 2021. Sagnier builds characters as solid, gritty, and as broken as a DC street, with prose that lights up like monuments on a starry night. Michael J. Sullivan, best-selling author of The Rye Area Revelations about the author Thierry Sagnier. Thierry Sagnier is a writer and Pushcart Prize nominee whose works have been published both in the United States and abroad. He is the author of the EFO Report, Avon Books, Bike, Motorcycles and the People Who Ride Them, Harper and Row, and Washington by Night, Washingtonian Books. His short story, Lunch with the General, published in Chrysalis Reader, was nominated for a 2013 Pushcart Prize, an American literary prize by Pushcart Press that honors the best poetry, short fiction, essays or literary whatnot published in the small presses. He is also the author of two online works published by Pegasus Books. In 2016, The Fortunate Few was published by ICAM Press. L'Amérique, a coming-of-age novel, was published by Apprentice Press of Baltimore in October 2018. Thirst is a thriller based in Washington, D.C.'s mean streets. Writing about people, places and things is a collection of essays chronicling Sagnier's thoughts on writing, family and friendships, and his bout with cancer. Montparnasse, a novel set in Paris in 1919, will be published in 2019, as will Dope, a sequel to Thirst. Thierry Sagnier was born in France and came to the United States in his early teens. He has worked and written for The Washington Post and several other newspapers and magazines, produced videos and short films for the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, and was a columnist for Canada's Le Devoir. Thierry also writes epiphonettes and short stories which he shares with his fans through his website at